I'm Kylie Olsen and welcome to the Lowdown for the Download Festival 2010. Now I'm with a man, backstage with a man who's taking a little break from his day job with the Foo Fighters to work on his solo project, Taylor Hawkins. Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you doing?
Yeah, very good. How does it feel to be at Download, such a heritage site as Donington?
I'm telling you, yeah, I know. It's, well, I was telling you earlier, I was a little confused because I know it used to be Donington. Was it Monsters of Rock at one time?
It was, yeah.
So this is the third version, but no, it's great. It's like the big heavy rock one.
It's the Big Daddy, isn't it?
There's not going to be any pink here or anything like that. It's all like hard stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So how does it feel to be here with your new band?
It's great.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, no, I'm stoked. It should be fun.
And you know, we don't usually get a drummer that has a good set of pipes on him. How does it feel to be the front man?
Well, I mean, I've kind of was able to bypass being the front man by sitting behind the drums still. So really, I mean, I guess you could consider me the front man since I'm the one providing the lead vocals, but I still have my safe little world behind my drums. It's kind of a strange little setup, but people like it, It's a different kind of thing, you know.
So can you tell me a little bit about the album, because you've worked with some great guys on it. I mean, is it like one of your all-time things that you wanted to work on? Because it's lots of reflection back to the classics, I think.
Well, yeah, I mean, it kind of became that. It's actually the second record, but it's the first record to come out in the UK. And it, I had some great guests on there: Brian May from Queen and Roger Taylor from Queen, and Dave actually played Dave Grohl played a little bit of rhythm guitar and helped me put some of the songs together. And yeah, I mean, it's become this thing to where people go, it's like this sort of like me looking back at like all my favorite sort of, I guess, what you would call classic rock or old 70s, early 80s sort of rock stuff.
Yeah.
It wasn't meant to be that way. It just sort of came out that way and kind of became this little, almost like a time capsule, like memories of things, of all the rock music that I loved growing up. So, yeah.
That's pretty cool. So, you've been a busy boy, obviously. You've been doing your solo work. You've got some new Foo stuff coming out as well. I mean, you're going to start on that as well.
Well, it's just, it's in the pipeline, you know.
When's it going to kick off? Tell us.
Well, I couldn't say for certain because we've yet to like really get in there and get serious making the record, but we've definitely sort of opened up the, treasure chest of ideas and done a little bit of demoing, and we're going to go back and do some more demoing pretty soon and, try and start getting serious about making another Foo Fighter record.
Brilliant.
It's about time, We took a couple years off and we've all had our fun, in our side projects or whatever, and now it's time to get the family back together,
I can't wait. Now, what's it like working with Dave? Because obviously he's a drummer, you're a drummer, two drummers in the Foo Fighters. What's the dynamics of the band?
There's not really, I don't know if it would be that any different than even any other songwriter, I mean, obviously Dave can articulate a little bit more accurately what he wants to hear drum-wise than maybe, say, a lead singer who doesn't play drums, or a songwriter who doesn't play drums. But I think in any case, when someone's the chief songwriter, which Dave is in our band, that a songwriter always kind of has a vision of how they want things to be. So in a way, it's not really that different probably than, say, another band where the singer just tells you what he wants, but he can kind of articulate it more. And, we kind of work together on it, It's, my role is supportive in the Foo Fighters. My role is to make the music, the songs good, and, to be the bedrock, make the songs good, and sort of make it comfortable for Dave to do his thing,
Yeah, sure. Now, you've, as we said, you've been working on some side projects. You've also worked with Slash on his new album.
I mean, I really didn't really work with Slash.
You did something though.
That came about because the producer Eric Valentine, we had just done a little work with the Foo Fighters, which actually has never seen the light of day. We did one cover song, and he produced it. And when we did that, I had done some of the background vocals on it. And he liked my background vocals, like he liked my voice for background vocals. So when he was doing the Slash record, he called me up and he said, "You want to come in and just do this song with Ozzy?" so I imagine going down there and there's like Slash with his bottle of whiskey and Ozzy over in the corner, and it wasn't like that. I went down there and it was just Eric, and the song was basically done, and I just spent about 3 hours in the studio just putting some background vocals on some stuff. Not
That's
quite
a
sure how
shame.
much of it's really on there. I know my name's on there, but I've listened a couple times.
You were like, oh, is that me? Is that me?
That's me.
Yeah, exactly. Now we've lost some key players in rock recently, like Ronnie James and Paul Gray. I mean,
Paul
it's
Gray?
been from Slipknot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Of course, yeah.
I mean, was Ronnie a
Ronnie,
big influence
oh
on you?
yeah, I love Ronnie, and he was one of the greatest hard rock singers of all time, no question, and a really sweet man actually. He really was a nice man.
Did you get to meet him?
Yeah, his main rehearsal place where he rehearsed is a place called Mates in North Hollywood in Los Angeles, and that's where we've always rehearsed, and where the Coattail Riders rehearse, and just a great little rehearsal place, and that's where Ronnie always rehearsed, and so countless times I was there when Ronnie was there, either with his own band or with Sabbath doing the Heaven and Hell stuff. And I got to sit and talk to him. One time we sat down and talked for like 45 minutes, and he told me all these great old stories, and he was such a gentleman, and like a really and he could to the day he died, he could sing his ass off.
Yeah.
He really could, and I miss him, and I'll miss hearing him, and I was lucky enough to see Heaven and Hell. I was lucky enough to see Dio solo before, and that's a great loss.
Very
really
lucky
is.
to have seen him.
Yeah,
live,
and to have known him,
yeah.
known him a little bit.
Yeah, no, that's amazing. Now, Taylor, we are asking everyone that comes on the show if they could empty their pockets for a competition prize. If there's anything in your pocket that you would want to give away to as a competition prize, basically.
Okay.
You're like, ooh, what have I got in my pockets?
Here's a backstage pass to download.
Yes!
There you go.
Wowzers, check that out.
There you go.
Taylor
you
Hawkins.
can hang with the stars.
Courtesy of Taylor Hawkins.
There you go. That's my present to whoever gets it. But you'll probably run the contest after download, huh?
Well, yeah, maybe, but I reckon we
So forget it. Bad idea. Oh, well, sorry. That's all I got.
No, they want it. They want it.
All right. Leave it
Yeah.
there.
Brilliant. Thank you so much. Well, listen, I hope it goes well today. I'm sure you'll be fine. You've done this thing plenty of times before.